Hey everybody, this is Rapid Sports with Jack from the J to the A to the X to the X.com. Go over to the website, how we doing, and we're going to talk about the New Jersey Devils today. Might as well because they're off for like a few days, more like 10, for COVID relief. So they're going to miss their next two games against Pittsburgh, and I think we'll see after that. So this might be a good time to kind of grade the Devils, some of the players, what they've done up to this point. They've had an okay start considering Blackwood went down early, and then you never had Crawford come in. So at some point you're going to have to play the backup goalies in this. And in the case of Wedgwood, he's played very well. He's done a good job. I believe he's gotten 3 points, got one win, and he got us into a tie. And the one win, he was unbelievably under control, and he looked like he knew what he was doing in there, which was good to know. And he's played a couple of games. So I'm going to give him a grade B because just throwing him into the fire like that, he actually did a good job. In that stretch that we were going, Comrie actually played this good game. And he kept the Devils in it. Devils played good defensively in the beginning part of it. They started giving up some shots, but he hung in there with them, and he got the win. So I'm going to give him a B. One game, totally unexpected, and it's unbelievable. What a good job the goaltending has done, considering Blackwood has been gone, and we're still not sure when he's coming back. But hopefully now, even though you don't want to if you want to turn a negative into a positive, obviously at first you hope all the players are okay and they get through it all. And when they do get through it all, because I believe they all will get through it all, everybody might be back. You might get Blackwood back. You might get Palmieri back. So there's a chance that everybody could be back. Maybe Heischer. That'll be another at least week to 10 days that he can prepare himself. So keep your fingers crossed. The thing I really don't like about it, though, is now the teams that are still playing, even though Pittsburgh won't play 2 games, are going to gather more points in the standings. And it's going to be very nerve-wracking to see teams that were behind us. If they win a few games, they're going to pass us out. And it could be 3 games or so in hand that most teams are going to have on the Devils. And then when the Devils come back, they're going to have to play probably back-to-back-to-backers. But we'll see. Anyway, I want to give the whole goaltending system a B for the Devils because they've done good. Even Blackwood, when he was in there, Devils seem to be in every game and doing a good job. Now we're going to go over to the defense. And this is not scripted, so whatever I can remember, I got Kevin Ball. And Butcher haven't played yet. Surprise, Butcher hasn't played at all. Hasn't touched the ice. Connor Carrick neither. He's one of the COVID people, so he's not going to play. Kulikov has been playing pretty good. He's been pretty steady, pretty consistent. He jumps into the rush, something I didn't know about him too much when he played for Florida. And I believe he's played for other teams, but I didn't realize he would jump into play that much. And I think that's something that Ruff likes to do in general. So I'm going to give him a B-. He's been playing pretty well, and he's kind of surprised me a little bit. And the same thing with Ryan Murray. Nothing fancy. He just plays his defense. He jumps into play very little, but it seems like Subban is skating more, and he's played much better since he's been there. Subban's always shooting, and I just wish he got that slap shot through every once in a while. Jeez, can't believe a couple of times it looked like he was going to score on it, and he couldn't score, so he has bad luck. But he's been making some nice passes, and talking about Subban, I guess we'll get to him. But Murray's kind of freed Subban up like they thought, and I think in time Subban will score. So Murray's done a pretty good job defensively. I'm going to give him a C+. I need to see a little bit more. He's not that crunching hitter that's going to knock you down, or he's not that offensive guy, but he does the job. So far, so good, so C+. Receiver for all the ice time he's getting, he's been playing well. He's in the offensive play. He made that nice pass to Saragovich that pretty much won the Devils a game. So I like the way Severson's playing. The defense has been playing well. And very surprisingly, so far this early in the year, I'm going to give him a B. Then we're going to go over to Ty Smith. He's going for the Coulter for the Rookie of the Year award, Coulter Trophy. Been playing excellent, and I believe he changed the Devils. He's decent defensively, and he's only going to get better with more experience. And his offense and playing on the power play and the penalty, and him working with Hughes and some of the other players. He's an excellent player. He's really going to help. Everything is advertised. I know I was aggravated when he didn't play last year, but maybe he needed that one more year to get up to give him the spark to come up and play like he's playing. So I'm going to give him a B plus. He's playing excellent. Hopefully he's going to keep it on. But the young Devils, the young people coming up are really giving you hope for the future. PK Subban, a little bit of mixed emotions on him. He's been playing really good. He's been part of the offense, part of the power play. He's getting assists here and there. He did score one goal. I can't believe they called back on him because they said Palmieri went offside. That was etchy. But other than that, he does this one thing, though, that kind of annoys me. When he's skating and he comes behind the net, it seems like all the other teams know he's going to do that, and that sometimes they pick off the puck or they keep him from dumping the puck out. But for the most part, I think Subban's doing great. I know there's a lot of people out there not happy with him because he's not putting points on the board, but he has played much better defensively. He is logging a lot of ice time, and he's moving the puck out of the zone way better. So I'm going to give him a C plus because I need some more points from him. That's what you need from him. If you're going to have Murray play the defensive end, he's got to pop more points, and I think he will in time if he keeps doing what he's doing. Tennyson, another one, not spectacular, kind of almost doing the job. I think when Vatanen comes back, Vatanen is probably going to take this spot. We'll see because Vatanen is back. He's on the COVID list now, which is a good sign, which means I think his visa's passed through, and now it's just a matter of play. So he's going to be one that will be back when by time all this COVID stuff ends up. So that's a good sign. But Tennyson, I'm going to give him a C because he hasn't played awful. He's a big guy. He doesn't really hit people. He's not in the offensive zone. He helps out a little bit. He's an okay player, but I think, like I said, when Vatanen's ready to go, he's probably going to be the odd man out. But he's played adequate and he's played decent. And that's how the defense, I'm going to give the defense overall a C plus. Need to see them improve in the next 5 or 6 games that they play, and then we'll see how it goes. Miles Wood, we're going to look at him. This guy, I'm giving him an A. Totally didn't expect this. He looks like a leader out there. He's just unbelievable. When they need a big goal, he seems to get the big goal. And he's been playing with Baston, and he's been playing with McLeod. And that last game, if we can replicate that and have them as the fourth line, and then you get Heischer back as a second line and straighten out the second and third line, the Devils will be it's going to be tough. Having a fourth line I'd like to see what teams are going to do with that all the time. But Miles Wood has been playing superb hockey. I'm giving him an A. Unbelievable. Now, this guy is Palmieri, been a disappointment. And I think 2 guys on the Devils are having troubles because they're on their contract years. Now, years ago, I used to love that. I used to say, that's the player that I want to pick on my fantasy because they're on contract years, so you know you're going to get the 100%. But in the case of these 2 guys, and I can almost lump them into the same category, so when I grade them, they'll both be the same grade, and it's almost like they just, the few times they do get opportunities, because Palmieri has some breakaways, they're not burying it. Maybe they're both squeezing the stick a little too tight. Gusev, I don't know. Same thing. He's not really shooting the puck. He's looking to pass first, and we'll see how it goes in the long run. But between the both of them, I'm going to give them a C minus because at least they haven't hurt the team defensively so far. They seem to be doing all right, but it's very disappointing, and they got to be careful. They're on their contract year, so they want to make money somewhere, if not with the Devils and somewhere else. Merkley, another one to C. Nothing spectacular when he comes in there, but he doesn't kill you neither. He does work, and he's a hustler. Miles have only played 1 game, did okay, didn't look out of place, so we're going to give him a C too. Johansson, he's going to get a C, but he's starting to come on. Since he's been playing with Hughes, he looks a lot better. I think he feels with Hughes, he gets to use the speed more. He got a nice goal. Early in the year, he looked kind of lost and out of it. And I was a little disappointed, and I was going to start to go back to look at Toronto old tapes of him to see what happened. Why is he not doing well? But he seems to be comfortable playing with Jack Hughes, so maybe this is something since he's been playing with him. He's been a lot better, so we'll see how it goes. I already explained Gusev with a C. Little disappointing, but a lot of seasons to go. So by no means I'm giving up on Palmieri or Gusev. I think they're going to get their points. and they're going to do the job, and they may do it when the Devils need it most. Brad's played a couple of games since he's come back, and he's okay. He could have buried a couple of pucks, but he's actually playing with Hughes and with Johansson. So I think in time, let them gel a little bit. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen when Heischer's going to come back. If he's going to grab one of these guys, we'll have to see at that point. I'm going to kind of I'll give Brad a C, but it's a fake C because he hasn't really played enough games. He's only played in a couple of games, we'll see. But he has added a little spark, and he could put the point. Baston, and I'm having believe that's how it is. That's how we say his name. I'm having a tough time getting it out. But anyway, I'm giving him a B. He is playing superlative. He's outworking the other team. He's throwing his body around. I guess his other line mates, McLeod and Wood, have been doing a lot better. This is an awesome line. He's definitely got to be up there. He needs a little bit more, we'll call it sniper ability. He needs to put the puck in the net a little bit more, and I think that will come in time. So we'll see how that goes. But I like the way he's playing, and that fourth line might have changed the way the Devils are going to be when other players start coming back and they start, second and third line start actually doing their job and coming through. Pavel Zacha, a little bit of mixed emotion on him. He's still on the penalty kill, which hasn't been that great. So you can't say he's doing good there. He does have a couple of moments when he's good. Then he has moments where he had that wide open net and he missed it. And I know everyone's making a big deal out of him. They're pissed, but how many times that happened in hockey to a lot of people? You get a little handcuff. So I'm not going to be too hard on him then. I'm going to give him a C. Because I think if the penalty killing was a little better, I'd raise him up a little bit because he seems, as soon as they get the line mates all straightened out, because I thought last year Brad, Zacha, and Gusev was a good line, but he hasn't been able to do that because they haven't been around together. Now maybe they can do that if they want to, but you almost got to keep Wood on that other line. So I'm going to give Zacha a Z. We'll see what he does the rest of the year. I think he's going to put points on the board. I think he'll be okay. And we do need him as a penalty killer there, so we'll see what happens. And Sharon Govich, he's kind of hard to judge. He had the overtime goal, which was big, but he hasn't really scored since. He's been part of the penalty kill, but like I said, it hasn't been that great lately. So it's kind of hard to judge him. He's one of the hardest ones to judge. He is on the play sometimes, but he's invisible in the games. So I'm gonna give him a C. I need to see a little bit more out of him. He does have a nice shot, so we got to free him up a little bit and see if we can get that shot going, and we'll take it from there. And then we got Mikey McLeod. He's another one that's going to get a B plus because he got the 2 goals the last game and the goal before, and this is what we expected of him. And he's playing excellent hockey right now, and I hope he keeps it up. I think maybe he might be, this is his 3rd or 4th year, so he might be saying to himself, if I don't play very well, they're going to send me back down to the minors, and in your 3rd or 4th year, after a while, you get buried in the minors. So he has to perform, and he has. Good job. Keep it up. Then we have Kukkonen. Kukkonen's been playing okay. I'm gonna give him a C. Yeah, I think he should have scored a couple of times, or scored a couple more times. I got to see a little bit more out of him. He was on that 4th line for a while too, and we'll just have to be patient. But he doesn't look out of place. He looks like he knows what he's doing, so we'll see how that goes. And I think we got 2 players left. We got Jack Hughes. He's the leader of this team. He's making a lot of passes. He's still got to score a few more on those breakaways or those shots up close. If he does that, once those pucks start going in, then that's when he's going to start getting his recognition, and everyone's really going to pay attention to him. But he's an excellent passer. He makes the drop pass kind of, how do you say it, haphazardly sometimes, and they go into the bad spots. But it's a risk when you do that. When you complete the pass and when you don't, you just got to let him play and let him do what he does, and then hopefully it all works out, and I think it will. But he's been superb. I'm going to give him a B, though. He needs to put a few more pucks in the net, and he's had a chance to do it. And last but not least, Jasper Boquist. Just not playing well enough because they keep sending him to the minors. And I think the Devils want him up there. It's almost like they want him up there because they see something in him. But when he gets in the games, he's so defensively, and he doesn't really score, and he doesn't really pressure. But you can see that he can skate a few times. So I'm going to give him a C minus. I want to just get him above the D range just to be nice because they keep sending him back down. But in most cases, we'll give him a little more time. He's young. Obviously, I'm not going to give up on him yet. And I think that's the whole Devil roster that plays. If I miss somebody, I'll get them later or whatever. But overall, the Devils have played well. The only is very negative that they obviously got the virus, but it will be positive because if it all ends and they're all positive, that means the next few games there could possibly be a full team, everybody ready to rock and roll. And I would really love to see it, especially if Heischer can come back. And I would really like to see line combinations. And we'll have our we'll have Vatanen back in there too. It's going to be great. And I think the Devils, from all this work and everything that you saw, this looks more like the team of 2 years ago than last year, or the team that made the playoffs. And they have a chance. I realize it's the group of death, but when you play each other all the time, after a while, you get to figure things out. Like, I almost think the Devils kind of figure the Islanders out. Islanders are a very disciplined team, so it seemed like it. It seems like that they started using their defensemen, started pinching with the defensemen to put extra pressure on the Islanders' defense. I don't know if they did it on purpose, if that was out of plan, or if it just happened to work out. But it seemed like when you're playing the Islanders, and if you pinch that defenseman, you put pressure on them. Of course, if you make a mistake, Islanders are going to come back and bury you. But it was interesting, and they played 2 great games with the Islanders. Now, I'm not sure who the Devils are going to play when they come back. The games have been canceled with Pittsburgh, and I'm just worried about all the other teams accumulating points while the Devils are not playing. That's not going to be good. It's going to make the Devils look lower in the standings than they actually might be. But let's just keep our fingers crossed, hopefully for health of all the players. And hopefully when they come back, they'll have a full boat. Everybody's ready to go, and we're going to see what the real Devil roster looks like. Anyway, this is Rapping Sports with Jax for the J to the A to the X at X.com. Go over to the website. Please subscribe. It'd be nice if everyone subscribed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.